Sorry, I'm just real upset after I just watched, well, we'll get into it during this not Taco Bell review of Rise of the Guardians.
Explain again why it's not a Taco Bell review.
Rise of the Guardians,
Galaxy.
The Legend of Ga'Hoole.
Galaxy 3.
What'd you think? What's your hot take? Okay, hold on. This guy's got a hot take.
No, this is a good angle. I like this
Is it?
angle.
What's your hot take? No, we're gonna get copyright stuff for Avengers. Is it in there?
Yeah, no,
Just cover it. Just cover it. Okay.
This is the best Marvel movie since Infinity War.
That's not a hot take.
No, it was
at all.
Endgame.
Since Infinity
The article
War.
said Endgame.
Exactly, I'm saying Infinity War.
Okay, what came out between Infinity War and Endgame? Captain Marvel and Far From Home, the worst of the 3 Spider-Man movies. Get out of here.
No, but like beyond that too, everything that came out after. I'm saying this is better than Spider-Man as well.
Better than Spider-Man?
And Endgame.
I disagree.
And Endgame.
I don't know if that's a hot take. People seem to like this movie. I like Spider-Man more, though. You haven't seen Spider-Man. What do you think of Spider-Man?
How do you think?
Did you cry when Tobey Maguire showed up? He doesn't do that. I was joking. He doesn't do that in the new movie.
I was gonna say he probably just cheered when Tobey Maguire showed up.
It's your Taco Bell review debut. What do you think?
I thought the film was. I thought it was okay. I think I'm on the same level of it was the best film since Ant-Man and the Wasp. I don't know exactly.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
You thought it was. Wait, hold on. What? You thought?
All right,
hold
let's
on.
just not get into it.
Hold on. No, we're getting into it.
Let's save that for later.
No, we're getting into
Save
it.
that for later.
Okay,
We
fine.
can unpack that later.
We can unpack that later. Okay, Bergen, we don't care.
Apparently not.
Anyways, I thought what? Okay, fine.
Well, I haven't seen the first one in a long time, but I thought this one was pretty good. I liked it better than 2 for sure.
Yeah, same.
This
Yeah.
one,
Yes.
there was never a dull moment in this movie. I'm like, man, this sucks.
There were a few dull moments that sucked, but overall, I thought it was pretty good. There wasn't really a dull moment. I agree. The dull moment was when I went to the bathroom in the middle of it, and I tripped over a bunch of people. I tripped over a bunch of people and then stepped on their stuff and went to the bathroom, and then I came back and Rocket was not dying.
You missed that whole scene?
Yeah, you missed that whole
You
scene.
missed the most.
I left.
You missed the emotion scene.
I left.
He walked out. He walks past me as the flatline happens.
Oh my
what are you
That was
doing?
coming back.
No, that was you going out.
No. When I
They still have showings going on? Riley, you need to go back.
when I left,
The worst.
when I left, they were pounding outside the Space Center to get back in,
Pounding all right. You missed it though.
He said he was
and
going.
they fell in, and then they saw a bunch of kids, and I was like, oh, they're gonna be sad. Well, they're gonna be sad about all these kids, and they're gonna rescue them and break them out of the cages. Good to go.
Instantly, right after that, the next scene is Rocket dying.
He didn't die. I knew he wasn't
Rocket
gonna die.
not dying.
I knew it.
But like
He
I didn't
was.
even know
He was dead.
I didn't even see any of the trailers, so I had no idea what was like gonna happen. So
What did he flatline? And Peter Quill went no with saliva flying off his mouth. That's cool. I've seen the trailer. And then he's in the afterlife with his friends, and they're like, "Oh, you're dying."
What's the weasel's name? Fly with us.
Lila.
Lila was. They like get close to each other. And she's like, "Can you come?" Oh wait, no. He was
he's
like,
like,
"Can
I was
can I
there.
come?" And she's like, "Yeah."
But not right now.
Oh, damn! What a tease. Well,
Takes the drink.
hey, that was sad. I guess like they almost dying. I guess that was like I knew it was gonna happen.
Everybody almost died in this movie.
I thought they were gonna like kiss in that scene though. And I was like,
Mantis never almost
why?
died.
I think that's what they kind of implied.
Gamora almost died.
Huh?
She did die.
Nebula almost never. That was old Gamora. This is new Gamora.
There was a lot of bait and switches with the deaths here. I'm honestly a little disappointed they didn't go full on with it and kill somebody.
But I would have expected, like, I definitely expected someone to die. Someone that did, I was like, okay, that's
Yeah, a
I'm
little
happy.
bit, but at the same time, it seems like it's
Who do you
one of the
kill?
bits you say.
Drax, he already said he doesn't want to do it anymore, so it's obvious. That
Yeah, and I would have expected he would have been the one to probably.
I thought they might actually kill Rocket. I thought it was all going to be for nothing, and then like, it was going to like. I thought it was going to be
like, "This movie sucks. It was a waste of time. The entire movie was one big chase."
No, it got him to the point where they could help
made
the
him
kids.
like a plant.
Okay.
They made him a giant monster.
It'd be funny.
They ripped his head off.
I brought this up to him. None of you guys saw Thor:
They
Love and
didn't
Thunder.
rip his head off. They ripped his
There's a
body
weird,
off.
there's a weird thing. It's not quite a pattern yet because there's only been 2 of them. But Thor: Love and Thunder just came out. What was that? 2 Marvel movies ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
they-
go buy Marvel.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, we married 4 Marvel movies ago.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
For some reason, they need to like rescue kids at some point in the movie. Like they need to introduce a bunch
They're
of
a hero.
kids, and then
That's
they
the
need to
classic
rescue
hero
them.
trope. They do that in Ultron too, when there's like the kid in the car and they gotta like save them.
That's one kid. It's not like a group of kids that they need to. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it did have that hard thing of Thor: Love and Thunder. Where
mean, it
all of a
made-
sudden,
that's
like,
why
these
I
kids
knew.
just show up.
That's why
it
I've
wasn't
gotta
just
see
kids. It was a whole blossoming society of people. It makes
And
sense.
they were- and they were all children.
I was gonna say it makes sense in the story because the whole point of that area was they're making people, so it makes sense to have kids.
It does work. It's just strange that it's happened twice. If I had a nickel for every time this has happened, I'd have 2 nickels.
I haven't seen
Which isn't
Thor,
much, but it's a weird.
It's
it happened
weird that
twice.
it's happened twice.
Thor, it's like I can't even remember. Like the Asgard kids are like
Yeah,
kidnapped
get-
by Patrick Bateman, and it is. It's him. It's him. It's
I know it is.
I can't
just
think of the
forgot about
actor's
that. I
name.
forgot about that fact.
He doesn't even seem like Patrick Bateman. He doesn't. He doesn't. Yeah, Christian Bale. Actually. He doesn't even look like Christian Bale or sound like Christian Bale. He sounds like Voldemort.
I wish we should have acted like
Patrick Bateman, I think that would have been better.
No, I was
Probably.
just waiting for him to go full Christian Bale on this. He'd just be like, "Oh, good for you."
He went full Christian Bale behind the scenes.
Exactly.
And they'll never work with him again.
Oh, we're talking about the wrong film now.
Yeah. Good times. Okay, yeah, my take. Me, most important one. Haha, just kidding. Except it's my channel, so. It was alright. It was good. I liked it. It was good. It was better than Guardians 2. It was better than Ant-Man Quantumania. It was better than... Yeah, I would say it was the best one since No Way Home. I definitely like No Way Home more. No Way Home was good. It was very good.
I still like.
I am a Spider-Man nerd. Hey, No Way Home, like, up until, like, 45 minutes in the movie, I didn't think it was very good. Like, I didn't think it was a very good movie. On the rewatch, I liked it more.
45.
Basically, from the point when he goes into the woods to fight Electro, and Electro's just, that's his name, right, Electro?
Yeah.
He's just there. He's like, I'm here now, too! And it's like, okay. Yeah, and it just seemed like it was, like, gonna be a big, like, weird fan service, whatever thing. I wasn't that into it, but then it came around, not because of the old Spider-Man coming back. That was cool, but that wasn't like... I thought it told a good story. Why are we doing a No Way... I have a No Way Home Taco... Not... I have a No Way Home Taco Bell review. This is a not... What are you talking about?
They're the 2 best Marvel movies in the past. Hi, you can see the blood up my nose.
Hey, I still liked Quantumania. It wasn't that good, but it was fine. Same with Thor, same with Doctor Strange 2, they were fine. Wakanda Forever, better than...
I was gonna say you're forgetting about Wakanda Forever.
But
I'm not forgetting it.
I'm not, I liked Wakanda Forever more than...
I think this is the best Marvel film since Wakanda Forever. I think that's the best way to put it. Is that
There's only been one since
there's
then.
still.
Why are you booing him? He's right.
I am right.
You are right.
I was gonna say no offense to Quantumania, I think it was okay, but I don't think it was perfect or whatever people were trying to grind.
And I don't think this was perfect. Yeah, this didn't blow my mind. This
No,
didn't
but I
make
think
me
it
go...
was better than Quantumania.
Yeah, of course, definitely. 1,000. I don't think anyone will...
I thought the suits in that one like biological facility
The
looked
meat
silly.
room.
All like the weird,
how your boy shut up.
all the weird like sentinel.
Oh, is that
guys.
Nathan Fillion?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, I thought
Where?
it looked like Nathan. See, he doesn't even know.
I didn't. Was it the main meat guy?
Yeah, the main guy.
I didn't even
He looked,
realize.
yeah, he looked kind of like him, but
He didn't do the voice.
well, he's also older now too.
Yeah.
So
He
it's
didn't.
like
He didn't do the voice he does in like every role.
I saw him at Pogo.
He did like a little bit for like one thing. It almost kind of sounded like that voice, but then it just kind of went away.
yeah, that was Nathan Fillion. He's just in every sci-fi franchise. Oh, actually, he never appeared in Star Wars, did he?
Not yet.
We have
Why do
a
you
whole
say-
new trilogy that's going to be starting up here soon.
Maybe if they don't keep
And the
canceling
shows.
Star Wars movies as soon as they announce them.
If they make Nathan Fillion the main character in the next Star Wars movies, I might watch them. Might.
I'll watch them. I like Star Wars.
That is a great angle.
I like Star Wars. Anyways, okay, yeah, cool. We all agree this movie was pretty good, but nothing amazing, nothing incredible. One of the better.
I actually thought it was incredible. I actually really did.
I thought it was very good.
I liked it a lot.
Oh yeah, I like one thing I kind of brought up to him. I liked that the tone was very.
serious.
It was more serious. There were still jokes in there, but right from the get-go, the tone was very serious.
They used their one F-bomb.
They did.
That too. I
Win.
wonder-
They
I
did.
wonder
They
what-
actually got away with it.
I missed it. Win.
It was funny, but I wonder what.
It
like,
was
couldn't
kind
get in
of
the car.
It was
She couldn't-
kind of a throwaway, but I think that's just how they use them now because they're just not going to use it in a serious setting anymore.
Has any other MCU movie dropped an F-bomb?
No,
When,
we've gotten
she was trying to get in
close
the car.
twice. We still have not had
She's trying to
Samuel L.
get
Jackson
the ice
use an F-bomb.
Oh.
The
And
Marvels, dude. The Marvels.
I'm like, what
the after
the
credit
heck?
scene he's gonna say.
I didn't even think it was a big deal. I don't know.
Yeah, it just.
I'm done with Nick Fury. You're seeing the Marvels, right?
This movie had the most Jackson.
Dude, that was. I'm not seeing that movie.
What they use
Okay.
Intergalactic? That's
In
they use
terms
good
of-
music at least.
In terms of like people dying in Marvel movies, besides Infinity War, this one had definitely up there. What other? I haven't seen most of the Marvel.
No one
movies.
died.
The whole
anybody
civilization died. The whole planet got blown up.
That's true. All of the planet of furries.
Yeah.
We talked about that guy just wanted to make a planet full of furries.
I did think that was very strange. That was the
Can
first
we
thing
talk
that
about how
popped in my head.
Drax just kind of killed a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gone for that?
No, the kid on the dirt bike.
He's trying to play dodgeball.
No,
with their
the person on the
He
dirt
probably
bike.
killed both of them. That one, they died anyway. So
hand. I was gonna say they're murdered anyways, but he played dodgeball with their head.
The person on the dirt bike's definitely dead. They weren't moving.
he was kind of down.
Yeah, they killed people. They killed.
Innocent. They kill innocent.
This is the difference between DC.
I do like how
and Marvel.
Rocket woke up and didn't even.
Oh, he was
mention,
woke, all right.
Didn't even
But I'm
mention.
not getting into that.
Did you mention what?
Didn't even mention that Gamora was there.
I did think that was a
That
little
was a little
strange.
weird,
I'm like, oh, you didn't even notice that she's here, and it's like you were not awake when she showed up.
I thought it's probably deleted. Some. There's probably some like line where he's like, "Oh, Gamora, what the?" And then they
Probably,
just
but for the
didn't-
continuity of the movie, it makes
I mean,
no
you can always just
sense.
say like, hey, look, you're like you just almost died. You're kind of delirious. You just kind of like, you're like, oh hey, Gamora's here, whatever.
I thought it was because he was pointing at her like distress signal or something.
You got so much junk going.
Yeah, but he said, "Where's Gamora?"
Oh, did he? I didn't pick up on that.
He like woke up and said, "Where's?" Actually, no. He said, "Where's
Nebula.
Nebula?"
He said, "Where's Nebula?"
Yeah, that's right.
But it's
You
still
saw the funny letters.
it's still weird though that the first thing out of his mouth wasn't, "Why the heck is Gamora here?"
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, when there's like serious stuff going on, I guess it's kind of like
Yeah, he just got he was just away from being dead. So
Kind of dead. Almost.
almost dead and thrust into like, oh my gosh, this is crazy shit going on. So
yeah, exactly.
So let's talk about the future of the Marvel. Let's talk about the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. No, what's the deal? Okay, so I saw headlines before this that not Patrick Swayze. What the hell's his name? Star-Lord.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Thank you. Mario.
He was Patrick Swayze.
Garfield.
Garfield. Yep.
He was Patrick Swayze in this movie, so that's funny. You'll get it when you see it. Haha.
As if people watching this haven't already seen it.
as if people are watching,
Yeah, we're going
Evelyn,
into we've already
dude.
gotten
Evelyn's
into-
watching this and hasn't
We've
seen the
gone into
movie.
major spoiler at this point already, but
Anyways, okay.
Spoiler: nobody does.
So I saw headlines that Chris Pratt was like he'll return to the Marvels, he'll return to the MCU if it makes sense, and so that made me think like, oh, did he die? No, maybe he left or something. But then they didn't say the Guardians of the Galaxy were going to return. They said that Star-Lord was going to return.
yeah, I'd seen that most of their contracts, except for I think Chris Pratt, are done. I know
most of them are done.
Yeah, most of them are done. Gamora's done. Drax is done. I don't remember if Mantis's actress is done with the series.
What about
yet,
Groot?
But,
I can see
Nebula.
I feel like I don't
yeah,
know.
Nebula's
Well, I'm sure they can get Rocket and Groot to do it
Yeah,
because
I
they're
think
just
they can,
voice.
yeah.
They
They're
don't have
voice
to actually be there.
actors,
and they can
and
make it.
At this point, every time like they split off, I'm like, you're getting your own show because I think so. There's going to be a Mantis show probably.
I
Well,
think,
Star-Lord show, obviously.
yeah.
Star-Lord show. You think that Chris Pratt, one of the
Yeah, just
highest
him,
paid?
hanging,
wanna
just
see
him
Slice
hanging
of
out
Life?
with his grandpa.
Exactly. Yeah, slice of life with
Hey,
his grandpa.
that after
Great.
that after credit scene sucked.
What are you talking about?
I think that was the point. It was supposed to be bad.
That
Did
is
you
my
see the
favorite-
newspaper said something about Kevin Bacon being abducted? Very funny callback to.
It was my favorite.
A very funny-
after credit scene.
Very good
Shawarma.
holiday.
I made that very clear. I'm like, this is just a shawarma end credit scene. It doesn't have anything to do with it. I
the
think
best
that
after credit scene was Spider-Man: Homecoming when Steve Rogers like sat down and he was
That one
like,
was- okay,
"Let's
that
talk about disappointment or
see,
something like
see,
that."
that one was just baiting all of the people who wanted to sit in the theater and just wait for some announcement of the next series. And it's like this is the same thing. And I'm honestly kind of sick of having to wait through all of those
Main
freaking
villain,
credits.
I love that it was like original Thor energy where they were just yelling at each other the whole time.
They yelled. Okay, so our theater was very loud. I'm not as sensitive to like loud noises as this guy, but this guy. But
You wore earplugs the whole time.
I did,
The whole
and it was
time.
perfect.
It was really damn loud.
It was loud. I didn't mind that much. I was okay, but it was noticeably loud. But yeah, they yelled the whole movie, especially the villain. Like, it was just
That
constantly
loud.
yelling.
It just reminded me of Thor when they were just yelling constantly.
But they start yelling at each other. Thor 1, they do.
Just
But you're not king.
That's what that gave me that vibes.
Yeah.
I like the main villain a lot.
I did like the main villain. He was like a weird, unhinged guy.
I like any villain who's like, I'm a god.
So what's
There is no god. That's why I stepped in.
what's the backstory of his face?
He was cool. He was cool.
that was the
It got
Yeah.
scratched up.
that was what Rocket did.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rocket did
he
to his
somehow
face.
turned his face into pizza.
He turned himself into the alien creature from that horrible Star Trek movie.
It was weird because his face looked like it was all
The one
burned.
where they put their faces.
It looked like it was all like burned up and stuff, which is weird.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't think that it would get that mangled from a
Like,
he had, like,
raccoon mauling. But then again,
I guess if like the
I've
skin,
never seen a raccoon mauling.
if his skin is just like completely torn apart and it also like regrow, I don't know. But then like
Even,
both of his cheeks were just gone.
The character stuff in this movie was really good though, because even like the side characters, I don't even know his name, the guy with the arrow now.
Craiglin.
Kraglin, and then
He was cool.
Cosmo.
James Gunn's
Even-
brother.
Even they had like an arc
Not
too.
like it.
Even they had an
Cosmo,
arc.
I'm just
yeah.
gonna say it. This the villain was basically just like a less funny handsome Jack. Had the face,
Yeah,
wanted to like
face.
make a perfect civilization.
He was pretty funny.
It kind of seemed like the opposite.
Yellow.
of
I mean-
what-
It's very funny.
It kind of seemed like almost an alternative to what Thanos was trying to do. Almost. Kind of like what he was trying to do in Endgame, where it was the idea of, well, I'm going to just make the perfect society and everyone's going to love me as a god afterwards. Which is a little, it's like, okay, just thinking about it now, it's like, okay, this sounds like the exact same thing it was, but I still like
really
his.
care about being a god. He just wanted to fix things and just go plants on the
Be a
farm.
farmer. He just wanted to be.
Well, that was what he wanted to do initially, and then everybody got pissed off.
Why didn't he just farm more? He's obviously loved farming. Why didn't he just like make big farms?
He didn't have any bone meal.
Big Pharma.
He just make big farms. Big farms to feed everyone. So he
I was gonna make a joke. I don't remember what it was.
That was the joke right there.
Oh,
I'm gonna make a joke. I've seen a raccoon mauling Elf, the beginning of Elf.
So I saw some people criticizing this movie because there's a lot of animal cruelty in it, and they're absolutely correct. There is. There's so much animal cruelty.
It's almost like it's the
They're all
point.
CG.
It's almost like it's well, it's not.
This
real.
is the.
It's like it's an underlying.
If you
message or
like,
something.
if you like animal cruelty, this is the movie for you.
And if you don't like it, they're animated. Grow up.
If you don't like it, this is the movie for you because they saved them.
Yes.
Hey,
They saved.
It's
They
more
saved
than
some
just
of
saving
them.
the children. We saved the
I
animals.
do like that. I thought it was gonna be stupid. Where like they went through the whole rocket thing, and then at the end he didn't even
I
like
was
save them.
genuinely
I thought they were gonna do that, and then he did actually save them.
I was genuinely thinking he was about to just save the raccoons and nobody else.
that would have been kind of base.
He just walks up with all of his brethren and nobody else gets saved.
I knew, yeah, well that, but I also thought just beforehand, like they're saving all the children. I was like, there's probably still the animals, so they're gonna save them too, and then it'd be weird with
When they were all running out in a fire, I thought of one of my favorite movies of all time. I actually don't know. I haven't watched it in a long time. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. You ever seen that? Pet store's on fire, and he walks out with all the fire behind him with a bunch of animals running. And he's got snakes in his arms. Oh, it's a good movie.
And then he runs straight into an adult porno theater. And then gets arrested.
Hey! He just had. What is John trying to say?
Yeah, he
did.
did.
Cry.
He did have a snake in his
The
hand.
man was emotional.
He did
What'd you
have a
say?
snake in
He had a
his
snake in his hand.
All right, guys, it's nitpick hours. So my nitpick is
You're gonna make him dizzy.
so there's the part where they're bringing in the skull with the BFG, the big gun, which is cool. That was awesome.
Adam Warlock was pretty
And they're gonna shoot. They have this gun. The barrel is like, I don't know, maybe like half a mile in
Talking about
diameter.
the skull?
Yeah, the skull gun.
It reminded me of the Subspace Emissary.
That did.
gun that came out.
But so they're gonna shoot the ship with this big gun, and the ship has a bunch of children in cages in it.
Oh yeah, I know what you
And they said, in order for the children to be safe, they need to not stand by the wall. And then they shoot the ship with this huge gun and creates an explosion, like a mile big explosion. But since the kids were not standing near the wall, it was okay.
not standing by the wall, standing 10 inches further away from the wall.
but The best part is they show the giant.
You can spell it vagina. They can.
They show the giant explosion, and then they cut to a little explosion in one of the cells.
It's really thick
so
walls,
that
you know.
was-
By the time you get to the, it was a tiny little, enough horse to make just a tiny little wall.
They already set up that the kids were getting away from there, so they didn't have to show that. They could just not show that.
See, the continuity, I was confused.
They could have
about.
just said, "Don't shoot in this area where the kids are," or something.
The nitpick I have for this, and I think I don't know if anybody else noticed it as well. I don't know.
I do this every Taco Bell, not Taco Bell review.
See, I'm not. I'm
It's
not.
okay, yeah, you're an office. It's
I'm
alright,
not
don't worry about it.
I don't
The nitpick with this.
recorded it on my 360.
Oh God.
Oh, that. Alright, what?
The nitpick I have for it, when Drax, Nebula, and Mantis are in their little prison cell, and they're talking to the children, and they get the children out of there, and then they say, "We're going to drop them in the pit." And instead of the floor going down, the ceiling just goes up. And you look at it from the scene, and it looks like there's just walls there. And you go, wait a minute, there was a hallway for these children to go in and out of. Where did that hallway go?
They didn't think that through.
I'm like, the shot looks so confusing. Because it's like they're just standing there, and all of a sudden...
down and then
Yeah, exactly. You just follow, you just the elevator down. But it's like, no, the ceiling goes up. So this makes no sense.
Anyone else have some?
Here's my nitpick. I'm an aerodynamic expert. I watch Weekly Dose of Planes every day. Groot, with his weight and his twig, he would not be able to fly. They straight up, that was awesome. That scene though, when he straight up, they just killed that guy. They just like dragged him into the ground, like killed him, drowned
And he like
him,
pulls out a razor thing.
and then ripped.
It looks
cut
like a
off-
box cutter.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I guess my nitpick would be during that whole scene, Gamora was like crashing. If she hadn't pulled up, they would have just died, and it would have all been
The fact
for
that they're
nothing.
right next to each other was kind of crazy.
Oh, that scene was so loud.
The
It does.
The whole crazy scene. Yeah.
My nitpick.
They say what their like mission is. Like Quill says like their mission way too much. Like to almost remind like the kids that are watching, like I gotta save my best friend.
It reminded me
I'm
of...
saving my best friend right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm saving my best friend.
Kids should not watch this movie.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think any other MCU movie.
This is probably the least kid friendly.
I don't think any other MCU movie has like said an actual fuck. You know.
Yeah.
I wonder if like parents are like mad, like they bring their kids to see this and then they're mad that they say.
It's a PG-13. They're allowed to have one.
Is this the only Marvel movie that actually has like a ton of gore?
Was there gore?
Yeah, they had an entire space station out of gore.
Oh,
And all like the weird creatures, like they get ripped apart.
They did have blood.
They had a lot of blood.
Shoving his branches into a bunch of creatures and like ripping them apart.
that scene was cool. I mean, it was obviously
He
meant
did
to
that
be
in one,
cool,
though.
but the
He shoved
whole
these, like,
fight
trees
scene in the hallway, that was
like,
cool.
the guy's nose and like killed him.
Gave everyone a chance to
He could have been fine. It could have just been his sinuses.
No, like he went.
They went up the nose,
Yeah.
and it was like, you ripped them in half.
One of my favorite things about Marvel movies is how many times people get like blasted by some huge like laser gun and just like get
just
up.
stand
like,
up.
That's cool. What's your nitpick?
Well, my nitpick? It's a pretty small one, but like the whole space station at the end, like exploding thing, everyone's like super panicked to escape, and it just like they just kind of kept going in and out, and like their sense of urgency just kind of kept lingering like longer than it felt like it should have. Like I don't know, it seemed like they had way more time. Or they seemed like they were pretending they had like less time than they actually
Spent too
did.
long on Quill fake dying
Yeah, it's like
because I knew Adam Warlock was gonna save him.
They had way too many
I
fake.
knew that was gonna happen.
Second nitpick. They had way too many fake out deaths in this.
Did they have more in this that you guys didn't see it? Rise of Skywalker, you had a lot of fake out.
Oh, this was more than Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker, it was
Chewie.
Chewie. We had the fake out with Ben, and then the second fake out with Ben,
And then the real one with Ben.
and then the real one with Ben.
But they kissed.
No. Then it was a fake out with Rey. So there was 4 there. So you have
they're a forced dichotomy or something.
yeah, the Force.
You're right though. That is indeed what it is.
They're not related though.
Oh, but
he
it's
changed-
but they're
it's
related
changed-
through the Force. So it's a little
And they
bit like
changed the name to Skywalker at the end, which makes it really weird.
oh.
I don't want to think about that. But I think there was at least.
I want Star Wars.
The cousins are fucking cousins. It's like, at what point does it become okay?
Why are we trying to figure out?
I give
Star
this
Wars is a
movie
sense movie?
final rating 8 out of 10.
8.5.
Let me think. 8 point.
one safe rating out of 10.
1 save.
Save for Indiana Jones. I'll give it a solid 8.
Cool. See, we're on the same wavelength. What were you gonna say? 8.5.
Yeah, if it didn't have, it was kind of clunky. If it like,
Could've been 9.
if it wasn't clunky, I'd give it a 9.
McClunky.
It had too much clunk. So yeah, I'd give it an 8.
Greedo says McClunky.
Clunky.
They added him saying McClunky.
I think it's my favorite since
right
Endgame.
before he shoots at
I might like
Han Solo. Han Solo shoots back. He goes.
I like this
McClunky.
in Endgame pretty similarly.
I'm glad they didn't shoehorn like Chris Pratt getting back in like war or something. Like they kind of like
No, I'm
use
glad
it, but
they,
they
I'm
like
glad
go
they
the
did
whole
that,
arc.
where they were like, "You're a different person than you were
Yeah.
before." So it's
I think there could have been a little more to it when it came to the Gamora, Chris.
I like how you just can't say Chris Pratt.
I was gonna just say
Peter
Quill. Peter Quill.
Another nitpick.
He's just Chris Pratt.
Another nitpick. Star-Lord never had his helmet.
It broke.
It broke.
It broke. It breaks in the second one.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Another Diet Coke.
Water.
Yeah, it breaks in the second one. I wouldn't have remembered that either if we hadn't just rewatched it.
because that's why
He never has it on in Infinity War.
Because that's why
Endgame.
Yondu dies. Is he gives him the breathing thing.
But did you get a new one?
Yeah, that's a little stupid. Why did he not get a new one?
I don't know. 'Cause he's
Couldn't afford
And he did have one in
Yeah, he should have done the Kylo Ren thing where he
have it in
welds it
Infinity
back
War?
together with
Yeah,
the...
he had it in
Yeah, he
Infinity
had
War.
it in Infinity War.
Did he? I don't remember
Yes.
that.
Yep, he had it because the whole first scene they're freaking out because they think that he's like an alien, and then he takes the helmet off and he's just dude.
Infinity War is not canon. Okay.
Apparently, they can't keep their story straight.
Gamora's dad. That's very canon, actually.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we all agree we like this movie. 8.5ish.
I think I like the first one better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
First
First one's like a classic. First one's like top 5 MCU movies, and I don't know if it'll.
Yeah, I
be
really
top.
like it.
I don't put it that high.
Really?
But it's within my top 10.
I like it.
It's top 5 for me.
I think it's like 6.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was a better Star Wars
What 5
movie
you
than
think's
the
better?
Star Wars movies. Huh.
So,
Yep.
This
I can agree with that.
Unironic.
The original Avengers, you put that one above that one.
Original
yeah.
Avengers.
I don't. Okay, we'll discuss
Yeah,
this
no,
later.
I was gonna say I tried rewatching it recently, and it's not as good.
Avengers 1?
Original. It starts
It's my,
out so
it's,
slow.
It's my least favorite Avengers movie.
It is slow, but I like the slow start. Honestly,
Well, let's see.
comparatively to the explosion fest that we get now as the starting to most of these films, it's like it's nice to have a slow build. It's like, okay, you don't
They're building up the with like
exactly. You're building into the second act versus there's an explosion and now we're moving right into the second act.
I like that this is the second movie right away, again with the licensed music thing. No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I just had to think what was in my hand. Grab a water and I get it right now.
Yeah. So
Sorry, I was just gonna say No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Played in the Mario movie, and it
Yeah.
played in this movie.
Played
too.
in this
Chris
one,
Pratt.
too. It was kinda
Mr. Blue Sky played in the Mario movie. Played Guardians 2. All movies use the same 10 songs.
I was really
Yeah.
hoping he'd get like an.
Hey, we should
upgraded,
like compile a list of what like songs.
Yeah,
I already
he's
just
still
found
doing the same
songs
plot,
are in
which
here.
makes no
No,
sense.
he had a Zune. I wanted him to get like something even more.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Zoom.
The zoo.
Because
He almost died trying to get that. What a idiot.
That's his thing. He's always done that.
He's the music.
I would have thought it would have
Music man.
been. I would have thought it would have been even funnier if he had died just because he was trying to go back and get the
He did
Zoom.
that.
That's
he
why
did
I
that in
hated
the
that they
first
spent
one.
that much long because I knew
Did
they
he?
weren't gonna do
I
that.
don't
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
I kind of remember that.
He almost died. He almost died trying to get his Walkman. I think in the first one.
Oh yeah, because he went back to the prison ship, I think, because they had it. Yeah,
Yeah.
when they broke up prison.
But yeah, so anyways, like I
that
was,
is right, yeah.
what I was saying, the last thing was just, it was weird. Yeah, it seems like they were setting up, like, if they wanted to make another Guardians movie, Chris Pratt wouldn't be part of it. But you say that his contract is still going. Because the new Guardians are what?
At least I
Groot,
think. I can't remember.
Groot, Rocket, Adam Warlock, some other people.
Some girl.
Some girl, yeah, some girl. So I'm sure she's a
And
common.
what's his face? You said his name. Iron Man. Kraglin.
James Gunn's brother.
Is it actually?
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if he's in, like, any other movies, because I think he's just, like, doing his brother a
I
favor.
mean, he does a pretty good job.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's alright. He's cool.
He's a likable character in this. He's not just some doofus.
Oh, and Cosmo.
Cosmopolitan. Alright, are we done? We good? This is a half-hour not Taco Bell review.
It was a pretty. How long was the movie? It was
2.5.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's pretty
We
long.
had like a half
3
hour
hours, because, yeah, half-hour previews, because I AMC. Alright, cool. Good times, good times. Really looking forward to the next Marvel movie, The Marvels. We're all gonna go see that. We're all gonna do a review right here. So tune in for The Marvels.
We're not seeing that piece of shit.
I'm not seeing that movie.
That movie, we'll discuss it. That trailer was
We'll watch it on
awful.
Disney+.
It was so
It
bad.
told us like nothing about the movie.
I thought it was a TV show.
Well, it was just
Part
like
of it is a TV show.
it is.
They switch bodies.
They switch bodies when they use their power, but like the way they it did not. That
The trailer,
oh, that
was
trailer
like,
sucked.
The trailer was like
It was
the
awful.
quality of like one of the bad TV shows. That's what it. That's like the quality.
Is
that
Nick
they're-
Fury? Sorry, is Samuel L. Jackson just signed on? Like when he made his contract was just like you're going to be in these forever until you die. Like
Yeah, he's-
was that his contract
He's in
or?
a binding contract with Disney now. It's just like
Damn. I'm sorry, Sam. See ya.
I was
All
gonna
right.
say
Hey.
They can at least do a put in some of the
this
movies.
isn't about.
they used to.
It's
He was
over.
in a
It's so